Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. Good, how are you? Okay. So, my first question for you guys is, where and when were you both born in Egypt?
I was born in Cairo, Egypt,
Okay, Cairo.
1957.
I'm born in Cairo, Egypt, November 1944.
When and how did you first discover your religion, Islam?
It wasn't our family first, of course, and then continue studying in school for some start.
The family, I'm born Muslim, and all schools they teach Islamic religion.
What personal experiences do you have with your country's history?
When I was young, I saw maybe about 6 years or so. I saw British soldiers, and I lived in a town on the Suez Canal, and that was loaded with all the army people there. And I remember at that time there were always fights from either the Muslim Brotherhoods or other people that don't like the British occupation. They used to go to the camps and try to fight them either with bombs or guns or something like that.
Did they call it jihad or did they say it was political?
At that time, it was political.
Okay. What about the Muslim Brotherhood?
Mostly they are supportive and they are really good person. They teaching Quran. There was nothing close to the political situation.
Do you have any relatives that were in the
My
Muslim?
my father, he's one of them, and he chose later on. It was too much from him from Nasser. I lived a little bit of Nasser's time, and he chose to come here, to immigrate here to United States.
My older cousin, he was about 15 years older than me. He joined the Muslim Brotherhood for the teachings they have, for the morals they used to teach the
What did they
children. They teach the Islam, the real Islam, to worship the Lord, to behave very well with the people, all the good morals to be a good Muslim. And they teach you the teaching and they make you do it, practice it. So by the time they usually start from 14 or 15 years of age and up. So by that time, in 5-6 years, you already got used to the prayers on time, the fasting on time, the no lies, you say all with the truth, all the morals that came in all the religions. And in 1955, during Nasser's regime, they collected or they took or prisoned all Muslim brotherhoods. They gathered them by thousands without any differentiation. If any name in the list for Muslim Brotherhood or a friend of them, they gathered these and they put them in prisons.
Why?
And this, they put them for 2 years. They said at that time they are antagonizing the new revolution. These people helped the revolution, helped Nasser to get to power. But after that, he didn't want anybody to be around, so he does not lose his chair.
Oh.
And that was the first thing he did. He gathered them, put them in the religion, including my father-in-law, including my cousin, and all very good people. And when they take them to prison, nobody knows anything about them, and they don't give you any information, as if they cut from the society completely. And after that, it was for 2 years he was taken. Then after that, in 1964, they took all the Muslim brotherhoods all over the country, and they stayed for several years. Then they let them out, and again in 1968, my cousin said that he is trying to make a revolution, him and 9 other people. They took all these 10 people and with the martial law court, they just decided that they are going to hang them. Then they decreased the hanging to 25 years of imprisonment. And They stayed between 68 until 71 when Sadat was there, and he asked that whoever feels that he was imprisoned falsely or without a reason can apply for retrial. And they made the retrial completely open, and it is not under martial law. And they proved that all these people have been innocent. I wasn't in the Muslim Brotherhood, but if I was at their age at that time, I would have loved to be one of the Muslim Brotherhoods for their teachings and for what I saw from my cousin.
How has your experience been in America?
What you can see all over the years after September 11, that everything is not getting into terrorism, is getting into the Muslims. That made even a lot of people don't understand Islam except they are terrorists. That's from the administration, and the propaganda is just pushing too much into the media. Even the media people, they have the ability to brainwash everybody in the country, trying to tell them that this is the picture of Muslims, and it is not. If anyone wants to know the real picture of a Muslim, read the Holy Quran and read the Ahadith, the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, and don't take it from any other scholar or any other person. Take the right books, because there are some false things. If the big countries or the United Nations led by the United States try to imply sanctions on some of these Arab countries or Muslim countries or so, they try to punish the heads or the administration, but really they are punishing the regular people.
The innocent people.
The innocent people. There is a poor picture or a wrong picture about Islam. Islam respects everybody. There is no compulsion by the words of the Lord, no compulsion in religion. Nobody is pushed to be a Muslim, and nobody can be pushed to be a Muslim. And that's what happened all over the years when the Islam was ruling mostly half the world. Egypt was open to the Muslims without fight. They opened the doors for them. Who opened the doors? The Coptics, the Christians, because they had been suffering from the Romans. They opened for them without fights. Then they took over, because they knew that they would be under the best rule under Islam. Even the Jews, their best times, by their words, their best times in life were under the Islamic rules.
When they left also in Egypt, they said our best time and best investment was in Alexandria, and they lived a good life there.
In your opinion, what do you think the American people need to do to have a better understanding of Islam, the Muslim people, and the Middle East?
Read the Holy Quran. It's for everybody.
You have to know how these people think before you imply anything to do against them. You have to know what they believe in. And once on the Newsweek, somebody, even he is an Egyptian, Farid Zakaria, he wrote why they hate us, considering that he is here in the United States, and he is talking about all the Arab countries, why they hate us. Before you think why, you think about what you're doing against them. The whole propaganda and the media is trying to push changing the image of Islam. Are they afraid of Islam? These people are people, the same like the Americans here. When September 11 happened and everybody was, my clients were afraid about us. I got too many calls. They want us to go and live with them until everything comes down.